Good morning, everyone. This is Gagan Sarkaria, your high achievement coach, right here on Friday morning live stream with my team on Inspired Insights with Gagan Sarkaria. Today, I have William Chua from Singapore. Good morning, William. How are you?
Good morning, good evening.
And I have Arman here from Armenia. Hi, Arman. How are you?
Good morning, guys. Good to see you.
Thank you for being here, guys. I know the weather is changing for everybody, and I hope this new season is going to bring you abundance and prosperity. And as we close the last quarter of 2024, I hope you're going to make a dent in the universe by achieving your goals. And if you don't know how to achieve your goals, please watch our series that we have been publishing on our YouTube channel. And if you still need help, we are always here to guide you. So today we have on our session an amazing another topic that William is going to present about Bazi. But before I hand it over to William, I just wanted to share that Gagan Sarkaria International Consulting Group is here to guide you, to assist you, to create your goals and achieve remarkable success in various aspects of your life. Whether you need help in life, in career, in wealth creation, whatever that might be, that is something that, okay, I think I got stuck. All right, let's see if my internet is going to come back. Um, okay, I'm back. I think there was a little hang up here. The technology aspect. So we were earlier talking about the dog month, which is the October month. And we did an amazing 2 sessions about the forecast of October and how volatile the energies are. And the first week of the dog month, which is a clash month with the dragon year, has gone by, but the volatility is still there. So please just advance heads up. If something is happening, you get a delay, just be patient. We are still here. So continuing with my session, I want to tell you William Chua is a certified Chinese metaphysics practitioner from Singapore. He is a master in Bazi, in Feng Shui, in Qigong, which is, he's got a very special affinity with Qigong too, but he does a fantastic job with Bazi readings as well. He's part of my Gagan Sarkaria consulting group. And today he's going to talk another session about Bazi useful gods. But he already has done 3 series, Useful Stars in Bazi, Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. And if you don't know, and this is the first time you're listening to us, watching us live, or watching us on the replay, here are the direct QR codes for you to consider watching those first. And here is today's topic. He's going to answer the most asked question. Do I have wealth luck in my Bazi star? Can I get rich? Do I have wealth in my stars? So today, hang tight. William Chua is going to go over amazing information for you guys to look at your chart and then see if you have the wealth potential or not. Back to you, William. Thank you.
Thank you, Gagan. All right. So, where we stopped last week, we are talking about the those useful stars, right? Useful stars. We'll talk about top five positive stars and the top 5 negative stars. So today I'm going to talk about wealth stars. So wealth stars also involve auxiliary stars, which I'm going to mention the 5 auxiliary stars, which actually can consider as a wealth stars. At the same time, wealth star also can be represented through 10 gods. So along the way, I will share with you more information from there. Good, let's go on. Right, so these are the 5 wealth auxiliary stars. Right, so you can see we have a fortune virtue, we have a golden lock, we have a heavenly wealth, we have a great moon, and we have sky horse. So what are they? Let's go dive in. Fortune virtue, right? So fortune virtue is the ability to generate great wealth, and there's a career promotion and salary increment, and also have this, we call it the many opportunities available. mean, along the way, you realize that all these wealth stars, why we call them wealth stars? Because all these stars involve the word wealth. Okay, so you'll see this word wealth very often, right? So they are quite similar, but are different stars, quite similar. So as you can see that this fortune virtue have these three abilities, generate great wealth especially. Next one, now moving quickly, we have this called golden lock, right? So golden lock also accumulating wealth. So you realize it's also talk about wealth, obtaining assets, and then of course the wealth opportunity through good relationship. Why this wealth star will have this opportunity through good relationship? For those who know Bazi very well, you might have heard of this term called cardinals or peach blossom. So these golden locks, okay, golden lock stars, usually they are the cardinals. They are the we call it the peach blossom. So there are only 4 peach blossom we have red, right? We have rooster, we have the horse, and then we have this sorry, pardon me, there are 4 of them. Right. So there are 4 these cardinal. The other one is also called is the rabbit. So there are 4 cardinals. So this golden lock also always associate with all these 4 cardinals. Right. So
Right.
that's why when we talk about cardinals, we talk about peach blossom.
Mm-hmm.
It means relationship. That's why they say it's wealth opportunity through good relationship. Right? Okay. Next
Yeah.
one is a sky horse. Right? Sky horse. So sky horse, as the name implies, horse is something that we talk about fast or running. So it's a moving wealth star. And it's a earning from traveling or online platform, or even a frequent traveling or career progression. You see, why we say that earning from traveling or online platform? Okay, first of all, in the olden days, sky horse is all mostly referred to traveling, because these people, when they have a sky horse, they will probably have to travel to another city, another town, another province, or even another country, or to obtain wealth. So it's a traveling star. And when I say it's traveling star, means that sky horse, likewise, they involve the 4 traveling stars, or we call it growth star in Bazi. Again, those who know Bazi, you might have heard of growth star or traveling stars. So there are 4 animal signs who related to this so-called sky horse, right? So they are moving stars, traveling stars. So that's why people need to travel overseas or to another town and another province to obtain the wealth. But in the modern days, we have this called online platform. I mean, during COVID time, we know that we are doing a lot of Zoom session, or people different platform. They have Teams, Microsoft Teams. All these are online platform. So these people are still able to do sales or their whatever sales related activities through online platform. That's why online platform, and then these people are from overseas, right? Overseas customers. So we will classify this so-called also a Skyhorse or the online platform. That's why we indicate here online platform. So if you have this Skyhorse, means that you'll be good if you're able to do online platform sales or opportunities. You can name it. And then the next one I have to elaborate again is on the frequent traveling. Again, we say if you have this Skyhorse, it'll be good that you travel overseas or to not out of your hometown to get some career progression. Right? You will notice if you're going to read in traditional Bazi, okay, if this person have this sky horse star in the year pillar, there's a likelihood that this person may have migrate with family to another country. So that is the likelihood. Doesn't mean cast in stone, but there's likelihood. So you may check your chart. If you for example, if you actually from Malaysia, then your whole family move to Australia, then you start. So when you realize that actually you may have a sky horse star in the year pillar. You may have. All right. So this sky horse. Next one is great moon. So last week we talked about the sun. So this is about the moon. Okay. So the moon by the name itself is only when we see visible when the moon is visible, usually during nighttime. So they will say that for people who are having great moon, you'll be good that this thing got to do during the nighttime. So what great moon can do for academic excellency, for opportunity to accrue wealth, you see the wealth come in again, or even good for business partnership, right? So great moon is also another good auxiliary stars that actually is able to create wealth and through business partnership. Last but not least, we have heavenly wealth. It denotes good wealth luck, abundant returns, or unexpected gain if appear in the luck cycle. So you know that if you don't have this heavenly wealth in your natal chart, or even whether you have, when the luck cycle appear to have this heavenly wealth, somehow that's what you say, you have some unexpected gain that will comes in, right? So these are the 5 wealth stars. So now, where to see these 5 wealth stars? Okay, for this year, okay, maybe I touch on this heavenly wealth first. Heavenly wealth will not be able to seen in your auxiliary stars because heavenly wealth is not really a auxiliary stars. Heavenly wealth actually, in fact, is a 10 god, one of the 10 gods. Okay, if you know Bazi and you know 10 gods, heavenly wealth actually is we call it indirect wealth, IW. Later, I will touch on this indirect wealth more. Okay, so take note, you won't be able to see this heavenly wealth star name in the Bazi chart. So you have to recognize this heavenly wealth through the word called IW. And then where to find this IW? Later, I will show you. Right. So as whole, this is the 2024 auxiliary stars. Right. So remember, last week and this week we'll talk about all the top 5 positive stars, top 5 negative stars, and today we talk about the 5 wealth stars, or rather 4, because heavenly wealth, as I mentioned, is not in this picture. All right. So now, where can you find all these stars here? Let me quickly show you in 2024. You realize that last week we talked about general star and golden lock is in the red, and you will see fortune virtue. We just mentioned today, fortune virtue is in the ox, and with high sky horse is in the tiger. And let's move on with a sun in the snake, and we have an intelligent star in the snake as well. And let's see where we have here. We have a moon in the goat, and we have a nobleman in the goat as well. Then we move on. Let me see what we have. We have a dragon virtue in the pig. So these are the positive stars. What about negative stars? Negative stars, we have lonesome stars with the ox as well. And we have a sickness stars with the rabbit. We have a grand duke with a dragon, because this year is the dragon year. And we have a solitary stars in the snake. And let's see what else we can find. Quickly, year breaker. Right, we have a year breaker in the dog. That's why we keep on mentioning dog month clashes with dragon year. So when dog clash with dragon, dog is the year breaker. And usually year breaker, which I mentioned last week, always come with great consumer. So that means you probably somehow you tend to spend more money. That's why you need to plan. We mentioned last week, we need to plan how you're going to spend your money wisely in order to gain some extra knowledge that you don't feel that this money is wasted.
Exactly.
Right? So this is a great consumer.
Yeah, we started our conversation this morning asking like each other, how was the first week of the dog month treating you guys? Right? So if you look at the positive and the negative, you can never eliminate the negativity 100%. It's the balance that the nature creates. And the amazing conversation that we were having was that you have to learn to create that balance and recognize and plan in advance. If you can see it, you can plan it, you can calculate it, and you can strategically use the negative star in the dog, which is the great consumer star. You can actually fulfill the chart and the energy, but then convert that negativity into positivity. That's called strategically aligning yourself with the right energy, whether it's positive or negative. You are just converting everything to your advantage. That's what Chinese astrology does. That's what Bazi can do. That's what we are here to share with you guys, that this is nothing to be scared of, that oh, there's a negative star here and that this year is not good for me. Well, that's a perspective, right? How do you see something and how do you plan to take advantage of it? That's where your wisdom and knowledge comes. And if some years or some days or some months the intelligent star is not there, doesn't mean that you're not intelligent. You know,
Exactly.
it's just like you then tap into the energy that other people have and bring them in your existence. You know, go build relationships and tap into their positivity that will rub on you very fast.
Yeah, exactly. Just like if you couldn't find those 5 wealth star in your natal chart, that doesn't mean that you cannot create wealth. It's the same analogy. So don't be disheartened that when you don't see any of the 5 auxiliary stars in your natal chart.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Okay, there are many ways you can actually create wealth through different means. Not necessarily must be a wealth star, because if we're going to go into more detail, which I think I won't. Sorry, because there are many ways we can actually find the wealth, through other ways. Yeah,
and
of course,
and
it's using 八字,
and I think that is the reason that I was attracted to Chinese metaphysics, William. My gosh, my very first reading with my Shifu was in January of 2016. And I've studied with two very highly acclaimed master teachers, and my journey started with Ziwe Daoshu, but it's not ending with Bazi. You know, it's like layering and being present and aware to attract new knowledge. Because I do have the moon star on my chart, you know, and then my guardian of destiny is also the great moon. So I have that amazing kind of that desire to keep learning, because it just fulfills me and gives me so much of peace and contentment that I'm able to see things with a different lens. You know, when I'm in my downtime or in my peak, I can see, okay, this is why it's happening, and it gives me confidence to then go solve the problem that's in front of me. That's what Badza does. That's what we are here to share with you guys, that even though it's the dog month and it might be very volatile for a lot. I mean, even Armin is getting affected. He has the dog in his natal chart, you know. I have a dog in my natal chart, and William doesn't have it in the natal chart, but hey, it's the month he's even being affected. We are all being affected. The question is, what are you going to do with it?
I'm affected. My luck cycle is dog.
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
10 years dog. Clashing with my month dragon, For
Oh,
10 years. I got to plan very well for this 10 years.
that's right. Wow.
I'm
Amazing.
I'm totally agree with you, Gagan, because this we can't just go away from all of this. Energies are working all the time, and we need just to find that balance. Just finding balance is the key. So that's why we we can figure it out how to solve these problems.
Yes, yes, yes. That's why even though, let's say, even though in your 八字 chart, let's say, don't have the wealth stars, there are, beside 八字, we have Qimen, we have Feng Shui, we have numerology. So all these different modality actually able to help you to find your wealth. So don't worry, everything will be fine. Yeah, I remember last week someone did ask a question, what is a deaf god? I think I didn't really answer this question about the deaf god. As what Gagan mentioned, in this word is the direct translation from the Chinese word called Wang Shen. Okay, Wang Shen. So the Wang Shen is the direct translation called deaf god. So don't be alarmed that, hey, deaf god is something going to happen to me, or deaf going to happen to me. It's not really that way. Okay, in fact, this deaf god is a very weak auxiliary stars, negative auxiliary stars, so not to worry. But it does affect on certain things. It does affect on person's mind, the thinking, because this deaf god means that the person's spirit and the mind is wandering somewhere. So wandering somewhere, in the end, this person might somehow maybe got into an accident, or go into argument somehow, or go into trouble, because his mind is wandering and not with him. The spirit is not there, so he somehow cannot think clearly. So that is the deaf god. But
Yeah.
again, with this dragon virtue, this deaf god is really nothing. He was being squashed by this dragon virtue, so not to worry about that. Right. So now we take a look at 2025. Let me give you an advanced view of 2025. Where does all this stars falls onto? So this is 2025. So now you see change of picture. Dragon virtue, okay, is in the red. Then we have the fortune virtue in the tiger. And we have, let me quick glance, with a sun and intelligent star with the horse. And we have moon together with nobleman in the monkey. And we have a general star and golden lock with rooster. And let me move on. With a sky horse with a pig. So these are the positive stars. How about the negative stars? Because next year is a snake year, remember? So next year, snake will be the grandeur. That's how it goes. So what things clash snakes is the pig. Pig is clashing with the snake. So pig, that's why it's the year breaker, and at the same time the great consumer. So you realize? So these are very easy things. You will see a great consumer always together with the year breaker. So it's together with the pig. Then we have, let me see, move back on the negative stars. Let me click. Solitary is with the monkey. And a quick one, take a close look. Of course, grandeur, as I said, grandeur is with the snake.
Mm-hmm.
And we have lonesome star and signal stars with the dragon. Oh my God, I have a dragon in my chart. Okay.
So be careful of eating next year and then of the sickness star.
Yeah,
Right?
correct.
But I'll tell
So
you,
what else?
people who
Let me
have pig
see.
in their natal chart or anywhere, right? Luck pillar or annual,
Yes.
right? Wherever they find the pig in their chart, they need to be ready for the great consumer next year. There's national treasure, so money will come, but money can go too, right? Because
Yes.
if cash
Yes,
flow
yes.
is good, you want to spend, or you will be forced to spend. So one of the
So you
reasons,
can see next year we have a sky horse together with a year breaker and great consumer.
and traveling.
Maybe you can try to go overseas and then spend some money and then to counter it. This is one of the way you can do. Okay.
Yes,
Let's
I
fly
remember.
business class.
I remember one of the years, like I don't know which year it was, in the last 8 years or so, I had similar things happening. So I decided to enroll into certification to learn Chinese metaphysics.
Ah,
So it was online courses, a lot of money, certification. So I had the great consumer. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to direct this energy in the right direction. And it definitely paid off.
yeah. So those who have pick, as I said, who have pick in the chart for next year, please go sign up some courses.
Yeah,
All right.
maybe a mentoring or a coaching course would be good in Chinese metaphysics, right?
Yeah. Why not?
You've
Why
got
not?
obstacles and all this stuff, so direct that. It's like taking the bull from the horns and driving it home.
Okay. Right. Next, move on. We are talking about the 10 gods. Okay, let's move on. So, right. So you can see the chart. You have this IW. That's what I'm saying. If you have an indirect wealth in your chart, means that you have the heavenly wealth. So it's related. So heavenly wealth is an indirect wealth. It's not. It will not appear in any of the animal sign because it's not from the animal sign. Okay, it's the 10 gods. Then we
Yes.
have, you see, there are two wealth stars in 10 gods. One is called direct wealth, one is called indirect wealth, right? So what makes the difference? So for direct wealth is we call it the assistance of residual income, constant flow of income, ability to generate constant income. In other words, means that direct income is through your
Effort.
salary, your
Through
hard
your own
work, your
effort.
salaries that come in, and it's
Right.
always so-called constant and fixed.
Mhm.
This is called direct wealth. However, we look at the indirect wealth. It means that inconsistent income. Okay, don't be alarmed by the word called inconsistent income. It means that the income is coming in the maybe a bit irregular. It could be investment income, right? Or investment income is irregular in a way, or leverage money. So you can see that the difference between this direct wealth and indirect wealth is one is a constant flow of income, fixed, like salary, and the other one could be your investment. Some of it people might say, how about lottery luck? Can we consider as the indirect wealth? Well, um, I don't think so seriously. Okay, but I mean, it's up to you to believe. In the olden days, I mean, do we have those lottery
Mhm.
Toto?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure in the olden days. Okay, but of course nowadays we have all these big sweep totos for people to strike. Okay,
Mhm.
but it doesn't really come from this indirect wealth. Just to let you know, it could be commission. Okay, because indirect it could be you're working with commission. So commission also can be considered as an indirect wealth because your commission is could be irregular because when you do something you earn the commission. If you don't do anything, you don't get the commission. So your
Correct.
your income is not constant.
Yes.
So that is the difference between direct wealth and indirect wealth.
So, William, I have a question here, and
Yeah.
a lot of our audiences might be thinking on similar terms. So, when you talk about residual passive income, um, would that be indirect wealth from your perspective, or would that be direct wealth? Passive income, where
Passive income. It's an indirect wealth. Yeah, it's an
direct.
indirect. Residual income is an indirect wealth.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Okay.
because even we call it a rental income, it could be indirect wealth because your rental is not fixed. It could be because sometimes we sign a rental income. It is a maybe 12 months or 24 months rental.
Mhm.
After which it may change again, or you might not have a rental for a short period of time. So it's an
Correct.
irregular income. You see?
Irregular. Yeah.
Yeah. So it could be we could consider as an indirect wealth. Yeah.
And I know a lot of people, if they have not plotted their chart and they don't know where to look at all of these things, they can actually scan this QR code and go plot their chart for free. And then they can start watching and looking at, like, okay, where do I have indirect wealth? Do I have it or not? What strength is it? Do I have direct wealth? Am I in a job situation, or am I an entrepreneur trying to build my own source of income and streams of income, right? What I really like what you're sharing is such practical information, because just because you have direct wealth star on your chart doesn't mean you cannot create passive income. Yeah, that's what
Yes.
I love about the power of knowledge, of understanding what's the possibility and potentiality of your own charts, and then taking the action. Because just like William said, if you don't go make a sale or work, your indirect wealth is not going to produce what you want it to produce, right? So uh,
Yes.
just be careful, guys. Just because having the stars doesn't mean it's coming. You still have to do the work.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Exactly.
Exactly, yes.
Nothing comes free. Yeah, we won't just drop from the sky. Okay, you still need to work. Even you have a lot of direct wealth, indirect wealth in your natal chart, and you just sit at home. I tell you, you won't get the money as well because you're not working towards it.
Correct.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
also, it's important to choose the right direction in your professional field, and also if you're a businessman doing a business, it's important to know which field is suitable for you, is auspicious for you to do business, and gain money. So that's more important thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So remember, please do plot your chart because what I'm going to show you in the next few slides, I'm going to tell you if the direct wealth or indirect wealth appears on which location and what does it mean. So it's important that you're going to please go and plot your chart. If you have had no time, don't worry. After this session, you can just continue to plot your chart and then rewatch this video again. Okay, let's move on. So this is your natal chart. Okay, as you can see, this is a natal chart. So year usually talking about big, and it goes smaller towards the hour, right? So this is how this thing works. So you can see year pillar represents big organization, multinational corporation, and it becomes smaller in size as you move to month, day, and hours. So hour can be solopreneur, maybe alone. You're the self-employed. You're the own. You're the one earning money. You don't have employee. It could be that, or it could be have a small group of people with you. For you will found this either one, DW or IW, either one. Okay, no fix. Don't have to worry whether it's IW or DW. As long as either one appear in the chart, then you will see from here, right? So now, let me go into a little bit detail. You see, this is the chart of a sample chart, and we see there's a DW in the year pillar. We are looking at only the top. Okay, we are not looking at the bottom yet, unless it's this pillar. I will explain along the way, right? We are looking at the top. So if you found DW or IW, okay, either one, as I mentioned again, either one. If there's a presence of direct wealth or indirect wealth in the year pillar, it means that you can work in the large organization like a banks or international corporation. Okay, this is how you see. Next, if you have a indirect wealth or direct wealth, again, say either one. If it appears in the month pillar, a smaller company with about 100 to 200 people might be the best. Okay? And then you can see, for this day master will not be a wealth because day master is the friend star. Again, if you know Bazi, day master is friend star. So day master will never be a direct wealth or indirect wealth. That's why, but again, we have to look at this part. So for day master, a little bit different. We look at this, the center one, the center. You can ignore this too because they are very weak. We call it the hidden star. The center one occupies almost 80% of the energy. So we can look at the center. So if you have an IW or DW in the center pillar, it means the company that suit best might be smaller one than the month pillar. Probably 50 to 100 people, right? Now, if it's in the hour pillar, most likely the company best would be just the boss and a few employees. Remember just now I was mentioning in the hour, it could be you yourself is a boss and you yourself is a one-man show. So it depends, okay? Or maybe you have a few employees with you, small group. So that's how you see your IW or DW, right? So this is the first step you can see. Second thing, take a look, right? If the wealth stars, these are the three ways to generate your income. Remember, just now over here, what we're talking is where can you find your wealth in what type of organization, right? Now we are telling you three ways to generate your income. So if you found this, your IW and DW on the top pillar, the top stem, we call the heavenly stems, right? Regardless which pillar, the best way to generate income is through selling. Example, promoting, advertising, educating. It's about selling something. Okay? Next one. If you found in the center, remember we are talking about the center. Okay, let me move on the 3 slides. This is the center we're talking about. This is the center we're talking about. If there are 2, we look at the bigger one. And if there are 3, we look at the center one. Okay, as simple as it is. But if we have only 1, then that's the one. Okay, because there are certain animal signs we have only 1 hidden stem. So we look at the 1. So we're talking about hidden stem, the middle one, okay, or the one and only one. Okay. So if the wealth star appear at the middle of the hidden stem, the best way might be making something such as manufacturing, developing, designing, or creating. That's how you create your wealth through this method. You have to overlap all this information. All right. Next one. If you found your DW or IW at a small figure, remember just I was saying the smaller one, let me go back again. Where can we find? These are the small one I'm talking about. This one. See, we have a DW over here. All right. We have IW over here. If we have another IW over here. So we are talking about the small one, either left or right. So if we have this IW or DW in all these small little hidden stems, it means that the best way to be is to be a supporting staff, or like hiring, bookkeeping, administration, or managing. You are the supporting staff of the company. You're supporting your boss, or you're supporting someone. So be a supporter. Okay, so that's how it goes. Because these are, we call it the site of the hidden stars. So if you're going to overlap all this information, like you're going to overlap all this information, means that, let's say again, remember on this part, we're talking about what? Okay, just to refresh your memory again. So these are the stars you can see on top. Then we have this part, right? This is a 3 way to generate income. So if you go and combine all these things, example, just now that one, we will found DWIW, right? In example for this, here talk about this. So it'll be a supporting staff of a small company. That's how you actually overlay these 2 information. Or you can be a supporting staff for medium company, 100 to 200 people. Or you can be a supporting staff with a large organization. Or you can have supporting staff. Oh, no, this is not support. This is the main role, okay, or not supporting staff. So this is a very good chart. You can see so many wealth you can see in this chart. Oh, yeah.
So
Right.
William, if somebody sees on their natal chart direct wealth or indirect wealth on the heavenly stems, or in the main chi, or in these side hidden stems, or in the luck pillar, if it's everywhere, what would you recommend for them? Because that means, do they have a lot of income streams, or what would that mean?
It means that they have multi ways of generating income. Yeah, then you got to choose what best suit him. So again, all these are very general
Correct.
information given.
Yes.
So what best suit this person? We have to look into what? We have to look into the structures and the time profile.
Correct.
Yeah. So from the structures and time profile, we know this person's the strength and weakness, and we also know about what he's usually behave and act on certain things. Then, based on all this information added with all this indirect wealth and direct wealth position, he can make a choice of what type of job would best suit him. So it's not just so simple. That, oh, I have this, I can do this, I can do that. It's not really that way. So we have to look into other way, because by saying supporting staff, if your chart, your chart structure or your time profile is more to a creative people, then how are you going to be supporting staff? So we have to see all these overall things added together to come up with some recommendation or conclusion.
Correct. And that's where I think a personalized Bazi reading is important. And since we are actually going to open up our readings for intake for 2025 and do a financial assessment of 2025, so I highly encourage those who want to create their wealth and improve their cash flow for them to reach out to us on our Telegram channel and let us know, or just go to gagansarkaria.com/Bazi-reading and book your consultation, and we can guide you how can you create wealth and improve your cash flow in 2025.
Yes. Yeah. So after presenting the 4 parts of this Bazi useful stars, I believe you have a more clear idea where to look at all these stars and what are their functions, right? So in the next few sessions on the Bazi, I'm not going to talk about these useful stars again. I will talk about some different topics that I can share with you so you have a better understanding about what is Bazi. Gagan, you're muted.
Yes, sorry. Thank you, William, for an amazing session
Thank you for your
again
time.
today. Everybody is interested in creating more wealth. We all want more money. We all desire promotion and maybe multiple streams of income these days. One of the advice that I can give everybody today is that just because you don't see an indirect wealth star on your chart, or maybe on your 10 profile aspects of your chart, it is very low, doesn't have the potential or the strength, doesn't mean that you cannot activate it. So there is beauty about the activation process that requires more in-depth analysis as to when can you activate it, how can you activate it and create a side gig or multiple streams of income. Or if you are in that space of your career where you want to create legacy, you want to create additional source of income, or you want to even invest, all of that information can be layered and pulled out of your Bazi chart. So please reach out to us if that is something that you want to create for either this quarter or moving forward for next year. Again, thank you so much for being here with us. I highly encourage you to join us in our Telegram channel. Here is a QR code for that. Armin and William share their daily insights in the channel. I will be starting to do some Ziwei Daoshu sessions for the live stream or recordings as well. And our 2025 Achievers Guide will be ready by the end of this month. So with further ado, this is Gagan Sarkaria signing off. Thank you so much for joining me, William and Armin, today. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you next